Strategic behavior of the firms in oligopoly markets is explained with the help of game theory, because we know that in oligopoly markets there are only a few firms competing with each other. These firms are rivals and competitors. In one firm, there are constant price wars in oligopoly markets. So, what kind of strategic behavior one firm adapts, and what will be the impact on other firms? This can be explained with the help of game theory. Game theory, it is a study of behavior of the firms. It is first given by mathematician von Neumann and economist Morgenstern in 1944. It is also a tool to explain the best choices and optimal strategy in conflict situations. So every game, we know that in every game, game theory especially includes players, strategies and payoffs. So for every strategy adapted by a firm, there will be counter strategy of the competitors. These competitors are, because there is huge rivalry in oligopoly markets, these competitors are called rivals. Every strategy has a payoff. What do we mean by a payoff? Payoff means an outcome or a consequence. In the language of business, a payoff means a profit or a loss to a firm. So this game theory can be better explained with the help of a payoff matrix. This matrix includes players, then strategies and payoffs. Payoffs are the benefits to the or losses to the firms. So this is the payoff matrix. In this particular example, in this matrix, we have taken two firms, firm A and firm B. The strategies are advertise or not to advertise. Then firm A has a strategy. If it advertises, then it will get the benefit 4. The first within the parenthesis, the 4 number represents benefits to firm A, and the second number represents the benefits to firm B. So if firm A advertises and firm B also advertises, the benefits are 4 and 3. If firm A advertises and firm B doesn't advertise, higher benefits are there to firm A, 5 and the B will get 1. And same is the case. If firm A doesn't advertise and firm B advertises, 2, 5. If both don't advertise, 3, 2. So benefits are, because regardless of what the other competitor does, advertising is the best strategy or the optimal strategy to both the players, both the competitors. Because firm A doesn't know what firm B will do and firm B doesn't know what firm A will do, because this is a non-cooperative game. So regardless of what the opponent does, if firm B chooses a strategy, is allowed to choose a strategy, has a strategy it can choose, then that kind of a strategy is called a dominant strategy. The dominant strategy for firm A is to advertise, and for firm B also to advertise, because regardless of what the other competitor does, both will have better gains if they go for advertisement. Same is the case with firm A. So a dominant strategy is one. A player will have an optimal strategy no matter what the competitor does. So advertising is the dominant strategy to player A, as profits are more if it advertises, regardless of firm B advertises or not advertises. Then Nash equilibrium. See, all strategies will not have dominant strategies. So all firms in the business will not have dominant strategy, which means one player has to take a decision, has to adapt a strategy given the strategy of other player, because he cannot take a strategy without seeing the strategy of the competitor. Under such circumstances, for example, if you take in this matrix, firm B has a dominant strategy because his gains are higher if he advertises only. He has a dominant strategy. But firm A does not have a dominant strategy, because the strategy of firm A depends on the strategy of firm B. If firm B doesn't advertise, the firm A has higher benefits, which is 6. And the firm B has only 2. And then firm A doesn't advertise, 2, 5. And firm A also, if it advertises, and if B advertises, it will have benefits of 4, 5. So firm A does not have a dominant strategy in this case. So what do we mean by Nash equilibrium? Nash equilibrium is a situation where one competitor chooses his optimal strategy given the strategy chosen by other competitor. So since firm B has a dominant strategy, which is to advertise. Definitely the strategy is chosen by firm A to advertise. Naturally, the alternative left is to the firm A is to advertise only. So in these circumstances, the Nash equilibrium to firm A is to advertise. Firm B for firm B, in this particular example, dominant strategy exists. But since dominant strategy exists for firm B, he will adapt his dominant strategy, and given the strategy of firm B, and firm A will adapt a strategy. So this is called Nash equilibrium. Then the game theory can be better understand with the help of prisoner's dilemma. So two prisoners, they are suspects A and B, are arrested and put in two different cells, and both are not allowed to consult each other. So non-cooperative game. And suspect A and suspect B are given payoff matrix, which means if A suspects and B also confess and A also confess, how many years of jailing? Both will get a jail for 5 years. Suppose if suspect A confess and suspect B doesn't confess, suspect A will be freed no, with 0 years of jailing, but suspect B has to go to jail for 10 years. Same is the case with B. The best strategy in this matrix, if they cooperate, then don't confess, because years of jailing is one and one only. Since they are not allowed to cooperate, and what other player does, then irrespective of what others does, the best strategy to suspect A is to confess, and even to suspect B also. Whether suspect A confesses or don't confesses, the best strategy for him is also to confess. So the dominant strategy is both for suspect A and suspect B is to confess. Then competition, the same prisoner's dilemma can be explained in business situation. In business situation, always we know that price rivalry is very huge in oligopoly markets. If one firm increases the price, other firm will not increase the price. When one firm reduces the price, all other firm will reduce the price. So that kind of a price rivalry and competition is used in oligopoly markets. So how do we explain this prisoner's dilemma in by taking examples of firm A and firm B? Then the strategies here are whether to keep low price or high price. If firm A keeps low price and firm B also keeps low price, thus payoffs are 2 and 2. And if firm B keeps high price and firm B does low price, then the benefits are higher for firm A. But firm A doesn't know whether firm B will keep high price or low price. If it keeps low price, and then firm A keeps high price, then the loser, firm A will be the loser. If both cooperate, then if they are allowed to cooperate, the best choice is to keep high prices. The gains are 3 and 3. But since regardless of what other competitor does, the best strategy to these two players is to keep the prices low. And then airline warfare is an example of prisoner's dilemma, which we keep seeing this kind of, even in cell phone industry also we have seen how they compete for markets.